Hi everyone. Today we are broadcasting from StreamYard, and our guest today is Jiguur. He will be talking about GCP and Azure certifications. Which one? Jiguur, could you tell us about yourself a little bit?
Okay, so thank you, Aya. And so let me introduce myself. My full name is Jiguur, and I'm the co-founder of the company named Fibo Cloud, which is doing self-service cloud computing services in Central Asia, and we started in Mongolia. So I'm actually from Mongolia, and so yeah, and today I'm going to tell about cloud certifications, and this session is under Google Developers Group, Almaty, I guess, and so this is a road to Google Developers certification. So and about me, so my name is full name is Kanjur, and so yeah, I told about my main background is software engineer, and so I have this year is 9 years of experience of software engineering, and I also organize cloud community Ulaanbaatar, which is the cloud community based in Ulaanbaatar. So the guys who are interested in public cloud services such as Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure and Oracle Cloud, and etc. So it's combined 303.5K members in active now. This only one and most active community in Mongolia. So I'm the one of the organizers of that. And also I certified in Google Cloud and also certified in AWS and Cisco and Oracle Cloud, and I forgot that. So everything. And the first of all, I have to introduce for our company. Our company name is Fiber Cloud, and founded in back in 2018 in Ulaanbaatar, and we are official partner of AWS, a cloud consulting company. We started from that, and also after that we developed software-defined data center solutions, and which means self-service cloud dashboard cloud platform based on open source services, which are Kubernetes and OpenStack, and we are doing same thing. We are doing different things in same time. We consult public cloud, AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, and also we provide our own services. And so yeah, and here's like cloud deployment developed from the ground zero, and it covers 40% of the total workload in Mongolian cloud. And also we are Kubernetes service provider, and our team has 40 people, and so 55 technical people and AWS Kubernetes certified guys out there. Okay, that's not interesting. Okay, about our company. And about Mongolia, this might be interesting for you guys. Of course, we don't speak Russian, so most of the guys do not speak Russian, and maybe it's surprising for you guys. Of course, we are post-Soviet country, and we were one of the best friends of Soviet Union, Republic Mongolia, and right now, so young guys like me don't speak Russian, and but my parents can speak. And of course, there is no Ministry of Horses, and every foreign guy start asking me, "Do you guys have Ministry of Horses?" And we are 3.4 million population, and internet penetration is a bit high, 62.5% internet penetration, and we have the Facebook usage in here is very high, and the 75% of people they have Facebook account, and also we have 5 mobile cellular network operators in Kazakhstan. I think there's 3 or 4, and 20 local crypto exchanges, 60 more money lending applications, and 200 tech startups. And that means in Mongolia, IT development, IT movement is growing so high, I think, to compare to other countries. But currently we don't have any big startups for now. And yeah, today's topic is about AWS and Azure and Google Cloud certified. About the cloud certifications, which one? And So there is no clear answer. So for today's session, I won't teach you everything. So because I'm not a university professor of university, and I'm not the Indian guy on the YouTube. And so yeah, just the first we just can search on the Google which cloud certification is the best, AWS or Azure or Google, and there is like 4,600,000 results, and so there is plenty of answers you can search from the Google, and the answer is like that. There is no clear answer. So the some results are offering AWS is good, some are offering Google Professional Cloud is good, and some are it's same AWS and GCP are equally easy and challenging. And so the answer is there is no specific answer that could declare one easier than the other. So yeah. And so yeah, this is the end. So you can search by yourself from Google. And is there any questions? So yeah, I'm just kidding. So this is not the end. So okay, let's dive into that. And so yeah, this is this year's result. And so every year, Skillsoft report and other reporting companies provide some. Uh, so how can I say result on the based on the public vote, and so the research, and the result is like this year's. So there's top paying IT certifications, and there's like AWS are orange ones are AWS, green ones are Google, and blue ones are Microsoft. But there is only one Microsoft certifications in top 15. And AWS, so one, two, three, four, five certifications, and Google two. And so the GCP Professional Cloud Architect, and this one is the most valuable certification from Google Cloud, I think. So yeah, and back in 6 years ago, just 6 years ago, the same result, top 15 top paying IT certifications. There is only one cloud certifications, only one cloud. There is no need for mention making side of bias answer for AWS, Azure, Google. There's no need for talk about that. But from this comparison, we can see the difference. Cloud certifications are the best for now. And year by year, it's growing. The clear answer is that. And so yeah, and that's the we can see the difference, and we can tell about the history of the cloud. So the back in 1961, the early concept has started, and after that, IBM started virtualization. The virtualization is the most powerful, most common concept of the cloud computing. Okay, virtualization. Everyone knows virtualization. Okay, so after that, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak started my personal computer, and after that, WWW 1991, and web started. And after that, we all know Salesforce, company name Salesforce. It's during the dot-com bubble, and Salesforce offered first SaaS business to the public, to the enterprises. First SaaS business. The companies don't have to pay the much capital expense capex to prior to set up their infrastructure, and set up their uh, platform. I mean platform. Just Salesforce offered to the customers, just subscribe, just pay $100 per month, and we will provide your service. And that's why Salesforce still remains during the dot-com bubble. So yeah, and that is the biggest one of the biggest use case of the cloud computing early in the 20 years ago. And after that, we all know Google Maps. We don't have the big map such as Earth, but we can just go maps.google.com. Okay, we can. It's like we can have we are holding like the map. It's the big like such a big like the world, and that's the magic during that time. And after the 2006 year of 2006, the legendary Amazon Web Services has launched, and the first service Amazon S3 launched. And after that, the world IT history has changed. Cloud computing changed everything. So after that, and Microsoft Azure started 2010 and 2012. Google Cloud Platform started, Oracle Cloud, and some other cloud services. And we know the big unicorn companies like we all know Dropbox, Airbnb, Uber, Netflix, and it's not you name it. And this all companies named as like they're all called like the companies born in the clouds. What does it mean is like the companies do not own any data centers. The campus does not own any data centers, so they need just this. They use just AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, and after that, they don't worry about the infrastructures and costs and etc. So that's the magic. So I can say that is the reason of I am saying that. And after the cloud computing world, IT history has changed, completely changed. Okay, so today's topic is about which ones? My answer is there is no specific answer. But the one thing is true is that uh, the cloud state of the cloud report, Flexera, and it's the most the biggest report of the about the cloud computing ecosystem, and they were answering that the world 89% are using multi-cloud. That means they don't use single cloud, single public cloud. Only 9% are using single public, which means I'm using AWS. I don't like Google Cloud. I don't like Azure. Okay, I will always using in the future using AWS. That person are only 9%. And other 89% are using separate cloud, AWS, Azure, mixing and hybrid cloud and etc. And so yeah, and about let's dive into some comparisons. So the global infrastructure. So AWS currently has 29 regions, and so that is the number of availability zones and 408 edge locations. And Azure has more like the most of the cloud data centers, so 60 more regions. And Google Cloud GCP is like 35 regions right now. And so that is the global infrastructure. That the global infrastructure means AWS global infrastructure. So let's can you guys can see my screen right now, right? I hope I guess it's like so the let's clear about that. The region is so some guys will understand so it's that the region is one data center, but there is no need because for example Stockholm region it's like there is one region in Stockholm, but there is like three availability zone means three different separate isolated data centers in one region. Minimum two data centers. And Google, Azure, all like this. Okay, that is it's called a global infrastructure, and every cloud provider has its own global infrastructure. So you guys can choose which region, which data center is closest to me. You guys can consider like that. So, for example, we can see AWS global infrastructure. You guys can see Azure global infrastructure and see and get a from it's based on the latency, based on your location, which place, which region are you want to host your platform, right? And next, and it's like we know all about IaaS, PaaS, FaaS. It's like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and there's so many as a service functions. So that is like it's like cloud service model is called. But AWS, Azure, Google Cloud Platform, it's like all offers those services. For example, infrastructure as a service. Yes, it's basically it's virtual service. AWS has Amazon EC2. Azure has compute. Google Cloud Platform has its compute engine. It's all like offers similar product, but the logo is different and pricing method is some kind of different. And prices, of course, prices are different. For example, container service. It's not a PaaS is not a container service. It's my mistake. And PaaS, AWS has its Elastic Beanstalk. Azure has platform engine, and Google Cloud has App Engine, and they all have offering similar product, but logos are different, pricing models are different. Okay, function as a service and Lambda Azure functions, and etc. So yeah, that's it. And next, storage and database service. Object store, for example, AWS has S3, and Azure has storage, blob storage, and Google Cloud has Google Cloud Storage, and all are different but offering similar product. We know we all use Google Drive, and behind of that, the backend service is Google Cloud Storage. So yeah, and block storage are different. So my question, my point is that there is no difference at all. Just the logos and some kind of usage and user experience is little bit different, but I guess everything is almostly same. Okay, just now we'll just dive into the certifications, and AWS has 10 more certifications, and it's divided that three foundational, associate, and advanced. And exam costs are 100 to 300 US dollars. Exam costs are, and one foundational and three associate and advanced certifications are it's interesting. Solutions after DevOps and advanced machine learning, and also SAP on AWS specialty exams are there. So like and one special thing is there is no need for prerequisite. For example, you guys can take professional exam directly. And comparing to Azure, it's required prerequisite. So there is like foundational, associate, and expert level certifications, and the costs are 100 bucks to 165 bucks. And so foundational, three foundational level, and six associate, and two expert level certifications. And prerequisite means that if you want to take expert level exam, you have to pass foundational and associate level certificate first, and then you will able to take an expert level certifications. And GCP, Google Cloud, offers more easy and more understandable. And after that, we can choose the major. So you want if you want cloud architect, DevOps, developer, security, and machine learning data engineer, and so it's up to you. And so the cost is like 100 bucks to 200 bucks, and fewer but valuable. That only one stress there. And I'm about to end of the so it's just my own opinion. It's no specific answer. It's just my own opinion. AWS is of course its first cloud platform, and AI and ML tools is good, and such as OCR, image recognition, and they have SageMaker, Alexa, Lambda, and they're all good tools, easy to use, and the most of the companies using this services. And also they're strong at IoT, they're green grass, and also they're developing quantum computing. It's which service named AWS Bracket. And about Microsoft Azure, Azure, of course, Microsoft products. It's the super powerful products, the more robust on the Azure cloud, Power BI, Active Directory, and you name it. So there's so many Azure Microsoft products. And machine learning AI is also good. And so there's Bing Web Search API, computer vision, and some other products. But I don't prefer that things. And Google Cloud, about AI machine learning, Google is the leader of the cloud computing. Also, they have TensorFlow, the most popular machine learning tools. Also, Vertex AI, BigQuery, and big data tools are completely perfect. I would say it's number one. And also NLP, translations, speech, and we all use Google Translate and natural language processing. And so this Google is around that kind of thing. Google is the leader, I think. And pros and cons, AWS is extensive list of services, so many services and huge market share and support for large business on Airbnb, Uber, they all use Netflix, all use backed by AWS, and global reach is very high. But the cons is like pricing model, and so many complex struggle to understand the cost structure, and AWS just still improving the UX of the cost related reporting, and so, and that's it. About the Azure, of course, the Microsoft products, tools, and software is based on the Azure and broader feature set, which is the most number of regions around the world, and also supports open source, but not that much. And zero towards enterprise customers is like its cons. And Google Cloud Platform, strong integration with open source tools. And I would mention about TensorFlow and etc. And flexible contracts and DevOps services are good and most cost efficient. Cost is if you use Google Cloud Platform is cost efficient and preferred choice for startups, and completely machine learning and AI based services are good. And I would mention about I want to mention about Kubernetes is the number one container orchestration tools in the world, and of course Google provides launched cloud native computing foundation, and so Google is the number one on the Kubernetes. And cons is like limited number of services compared to AWS and Azure, and limited supports for enterprise use cases, and so while there are fewer job postings and there's also less competition in the market about the Google Cloud Platform. And it's like Gartner company, number one of the top researching company as of June 2020. And there's still top three leaders, AWS, Azure, Google, and also Alibaba, Oracle Cloud is cute. And also there's like Tencent Cloud, IBM, and Huawei Cloud, and niche players. And so we can, of course, there is no only three cloud providers. We can consider Ali Cloud, Oracle Cloud, and so about the cloud certifications, which cloud certifications to choose depends mainly on your career goals and where do you work, what type of organization you want to work for, and so yeah. And my answer is if you start from Google and Azure, then anything you can start, but it's easy to migrate one to another because all concepts are same. Concepts are same, and the logos are different, pricing models are different, and use cases are a little bit slightly different. So yeah, and my main point for this session is like that cloud certifications is important because cloud is growing very high, but there is no clear answer which one is. So it's all perfect, all great players, great companies. So yeah, and that's the real end. So thank you for your attention. If you guys have any questions, I'm ready to answer right now. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Jiguur, for such an interesting presentation. I learned a lot today. And if there are questions in the comments, I'll be reading them out. So just waiting, guys. Feel free to answer anything about AWS, Azure, and GCP.
I think many people will watch via recording and
Yeah. So yeah, and after that, so you can we can connect on via LinkedIn. So yeah, and most of the guy, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. There's no question, so I'm ready to rest.
thank you so much. Maybe we will visit Mongolia in during Nadan in next year.
Yeah, see you next year. So our batch guys, Silkway Accelerated batch guys, will visit Mongolia next July, next year, July, Nadam Festival, as you mentioned. So we will hang out in here, Mongolia, some with Kazakh guys.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, have a good night, guys.
Bye.